Hello and welcome back to my Dandelion Diaries. I have a new pen today, and this is my very first Opus 88 pen. So I'm gonna open the box and then we'll talk a little bit about the brand just because I really want to get into the pen that I got. Here is the side. You could probably read which one I got here. It is the Opus 88 Hocus Illusion, or Hocus Opus Illusions Special Edition, Endless Exclusive 2022 version, the mini pocket pen in the fine. It's got a very long name, as you can see. On the other end of the box, we just have the other main name, I guess, which is Illusions, and again, this is in a fine nib. The Opus 88 box has kind of like a papery feel to it. It's very nice, very matte, and the box is kind of one of your typical like magnetic lip boxes. Okay, so this pen is called an Opus 88 Mini, and it is an eyedropper pen. So this is my very first eyedropper pen, like official eyedropper pen, which is really exciting for me. I usually don't go for pens that hold a lot of ink because I like to change my ink so much, but when I saw this pen, I couldn't pass. So let's go through the little booklet really quick so we can see how to use the pen. Here it gives you a little visual instruction of what to do. So remove the cap, remove the grip section from the rest of the pen body, eyedropper the ink into the pen body itself, screw the grip section back on, unscrew the bottom blind cap just a little bit, kind of like you would with a Pilot A23 or a TWSBI VAC 80, VAC 70, I'm blanking on the name, and then you just write with it and go. The instructions are also in, I believe, Taiwanese, because this is a Taiwan company. Okay, enough with instructions. Let's get on to the pen. Oh, it's so cute and chunky. Okay, so I'll get up real close in your business. This is the most adorable pen I have ever seen in my life, and I could not pass on this pen because it has a moon on it. And if you are a frequent flyer on this channel, you will know that I talk about astrology a lot and how I love the stars and the planets. I find it all very, very intriguing. And so I saw this pen on my Instagram feed, actually, from Endless Pens, and I immediately went to their website and pre-ordered it because I just couldn't wait. It's just so perfect. On the cap itself, you can see the moon here with some stars. It says, "Beware the illusions, things are not as they appear." Sorry, I have to get a little closer to that myself to read it, but it says it like right here, "Beware the illusions," and then "things are not as they appear," and then it has the moon written under here on the bottom. I love it. The texture of this is definitely interesting. It's matte with almost like a printed feel to it. I'll be interested to see how this holds up. It's a good test to the brand, I guess, to see how well this holds up, considering it looks like it's just kind of painted on in a way. I'm not very abusive with my pens. I don't think this would be going in like the bottom of my bag or in my actual pocket or anything like that. But it is interesting to feel the print that is on this. Here is the top finial. It is just a nice black finial. The clip itself is pretty stiff. And then here is the bottom finial, which again is black. Pen body itself, where the ink is clear, almost like a demonstrator, which I really like considering it's a black pen and I can put any color that I want in here, which is definitely going to be the plan for today. Anyways, the pen also comes with a little eyedropper just to help you drop ink into the barrel. I think that is a really great touch because if you don't have your own pipette or syringe or anything, then they give you one. And then there's also a little, what looks to be an O-ring right here that comes with it, maybe as a spare, but we'll definitely look into that once I open this pen up. There's nothing else in the box, so I'm just gonna stick this back in here. And I'm gonna use my own pipette and not this one, just because I want to preserve that if I need it later. Okay, let's go ahead and disassemble the pen. So the cap comes off. Let's do a cap turns. 1, to, okay, so like two and a half, maybe 2 3/4. Here is the nib. She's super cute and tiny. I do like that it is a small nib because it is a small pen. However, I think this would look really good with a larger nib as well, considering how chunky the barrel is. Here is what it looks like in my hand unposted. It's kind of small. I usually like my pens to sit about to here. So if I were to post it, which it does post securely, but not very deeply, I would say, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect for size for me. I do want to see, because to write with it, you have to unscrew the back. So if I unscrewed this, would it be a problem for me to cap it? Okay, so it still posts pretty securely, and I don't see that that's going to be a problem at all. There's no weird anything going on. That's really nice. Okay, so screw that back in. So let's go ahead and take the grip section off. Ooh, okay. So it does look like it has the little O-ring right here on the pen. I realize it's a black pen and the O-ring is black, so it might be hard to see, and I honestly can't tell if the camera's even focused on it correctly because it's all black. But there is a tiny O-ring there, which is my guess what's going to prevent any leakage and any evaporation. And then if we look inside the barrel, you can see the little like end piece there that's going to plug into the bottom of the grip section, sealing it some more, or not sealing it, allowing for the flow. So that's why you would unscrew this back piece. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Jeez. So you would unscrew this back piece because it's going to release that seal from the nib unit. So this seal is going to prevent any evaporation as well, or leakage. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a writing sample with this, but let's go ahead and compare it to some other pens first. Man, you can hear how tight those turns are with how squeaky it was. But yeah, let's compare these to some other pocket pens and regular size pens. So here is it next to a Kaweco Sport. You can definitely see how pocket sized that is. Here is it next to a Pelikan M200, which is the smallest of the Pelikans. Here is it next to a Jinhao 82, which is about the same size as a Sailor Pro Gear Slim. And then just for funsies, here's it next to a Pilot Kakuno. And then we'll do a 𝗬𝘃𝗏 as well. Here's a 𝗬𝘃𝗏 Eco T. So you can see the 𝗬𝘃𝗏 Eco T is really large compared to that. I think in terms of size-wise, the Kaweco is obviously the closest, but let's go ahead and uncap all of these and we'll compare them that way as well. Okay, uncapped, the length is definitely the closest to the Kaweco Sport. I would almost say it's really close to the Jinhao 82 as well. It's a little bit longer. The Jinhao 82 is a little bit longer than the Opus. I'm going to go ahead and post the shorter pens. I'm not going to post the Kakuno or the Eco though, just because those don't really, like, they don't need to be posted unless you just really wanted to. Okay, here is what they look like posted. Lengthwise, it is very close to the size of the Kaweco Sport posted. And then I would say after that, it's going to be, again, the Jinhao 82. But unposted, it is pretty much the same size as the Kakuno and the Eco, which is kind of cool to see. Like, it's almost as long as the Eco posted. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink this up. I have really been wanting a nice cool toned purple lately, so I'm going to be inking this up with Kobe's number 56. This is Roko Shichidai, oh my gosh, Shichi Danka. I'm really going to butcher that pronunciation. So I'm going to go ahead and dropper fill this. I'm going to try to do it on camera, and we'll see if I don't make a mess, but this is the beauty of YouTube. So if I make a mess, it's going to be cut out of the video. I'm sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and dropper this. Oops. Already making a mess. And based on some of the reviews I've seen, I'm going to go ahead and dip the nib in the ink as well, just because I've heard that it makes it flow a little bit easier for the first time once you ink it up. So I'm just going to dip that in the ink just a little bit. Okay, before I write with it, I just want to say how beautiful it looks with that nice blurple ink in there. That's just, ooh, so pretty. Okay, so here we have the Opus 88. Oops, there's only one S in Opus. Mini. And I'm just going to say Illusions, but this is an endless pen, 2022. And this has a fine nib. The nib is very stiff. It's really nice though. I'm really digging this color too. Okay, let's see how wet she is. She's not super wet. She's actually pretty okay. I really like this though. I'm really happy with this combination so far. The only thing I think with this fine nib is it's, I don't know, I feel like one of the tines may be slightly off just because it's giving a bit more feedback than I was expecting, but it could just be that's how this pen is too. So I'm used to very smooth, like buttery nibs of the Pilot, but I want to go ahead and compare the fine lines of this Opus 88 to the fine lines of another pen as well. So here's the Opus fine lines. Here is the fine lines of a Vanishing Point. One of my absolute favorite nibs. And we'll do a fine from that Jinhao. I would say it's definitely more of a Western fine. It's a bit broader. I'll compare it to the Pelikan M200 fine too. Yeah, I'd say it's closest to the Western fine for sure. Anyways, I am very, very happy with this cheeky little pen. I'm really happy with my first eyedropper. I'm excited to get to experience this and kind of play around with it some more. I'll probably end up putting inks in this that I actually use for my astrology journal. I feel like it just matches, right? Like astrology journal with a moon pen, like it's perfect. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to writing with this a lot more, especially in the month of August. So I'll keep this inked up for August with this nice deeper purple color. If you have any questions about this pen, please leave them down in the comments for me. I'll do my best to answer what I can or what I know. I will have this pen linked in the description as well if you're interested. I'm not an affiliate with Endless. I just really saw this pen and wanted to have it because it spoke to me, right? The pens choose us. It's like cats. Anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching, for joining me here today. I hope to see you in the next one, and have a good one. Bye-bye.